Hi and welcome back to the second part of my library registration system tutorial. Okay, I'm going to carry out a lot of modification to this interface before I start work with the back end. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go to Bootstrap, and right here, if you don't know where that is the text, you just need to enhance the text. All you need to do, supposing you're on the home page, come straight to the document and just type in text. There you will see a lot of information on how to enhance your text. So I'm going to come here. I want to increase the size of my heading and also kind of like make it bold. And right here, I'm going to be using this. Look at it, class equals font width bold. So I'm just going to copy all of that. I love this system. And let's come right in here, and there we go. Look at my library there. Space, paste. That's all there is to it. Look at it. Okay, and I'm going to save that. There's something I'd like to draw your attention to, because I didn't really talk about it. That is my sign up button, so don't get that confused. All right, let's just save it and come right here. There we go. I think it's right up here. Yep. And I'm just going to refresh. There, look at that. It's now bold. I like that. Okay, the next thing I want to do is let's change the back color, the background color. So I'm going to come back in here, Bootstrap, background color. If you don't know where that is, just type in background color. There we go. And you also have the color in gradient and so on. So right there. So what I'm going to do is, let's see the class that I intend to use. I'm going to come right here. I prefer the info. If I copy all of these, there, copy all of that, and let's go back to my notepad plus, and I'll just paste that inside the body right there. Paste there. But the problem is, you see this text that will change the heading to white. But let me just show it to you guys. Run it and come right here. Let's refresh, and there we go. That is it, white. And the lines that I have in there cannot be seen properly, but I'm not bothered with that. That's alright. You guys know how to do that now anyway. So what I'm going to do is, you see this table, I'm going to put a border around each of those tables as well. And this color that is white, it's beautiful though, but because the border around this table is going to be black, I want to change this to black as well. So I'm just going to come right here. You see where I have text white, I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. Save that. Come back here, refresh, and that becomes black. Now, one other thing we need to do is, I'm going to now change the color for those tables. Let's come right here, the table. Let's come right here. I want it to be black, but let's see the color of black in here. We have it as dark. I think that would be that. I think that's it. Dark. Yeah, let's see. Copy that. Yeah, just copy it up to here. Class dark. If not, we change it around. Okay, let's go back to my notepad, and where is the container? That is the container. I don't think I need a class there, so I'm going to get rid of the class. I just want this. So let's come right here, just this ones. Get rid of them. There. And get rid of these. Let's see how the white background will look, or the white text will look on, and it is saved now. Okay, as you can see, the class is added to the main division section. So let's come in here. Oh no, I need to save that. Save. Come back in here, and where is it? Right there, and just refresh. There. Okay, the white background, the white text. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is, and now I'm going to add this blue on the table. So let's go back in here. So might as well just copy that. Let's come right here, information. We'll copy that class, and that class will be right inside of my tables. Paste the first one, save that, and test it first. Refresh. Yeah, that's the first one. So let's repeat the same for the others. So let's come right here, the other table, in here, paste, and also paste one here. There we go. Save, get back in here, refresh. There. Now if you guys look underneath here, it's kind of like empty. It's like there's nothing happening there. So I need to cover that up with maybe something blue. Okay, let's get back to my notepad. Okay, so right here, let's see. Yeah, right here, I'm going to create another role. Create one role here, and we're going to close that up here, close that up here, and in here let's draw a line, an horizontal line, and I'm going to say class for this horizontal line equals as follows. So let's see what we're going to copy in there. So we can copy all of this, yeah, and just dump it right there. And that should hopefully take care of that. Let me save it and we'll run it and see how it's gonna look like. Okay, notice how it's looking now. Just refresh, you see that, but it seems to have actually pulled it down. I don't like it that way, so let's get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of the P3 and let's save that. Let's leave it as M2. Yeah, that's fine. Look at that, we still have the line in there, which is good, so that's fine. I can even make that line 3. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, we'll make it 3, and I'm going to copy this, use it for the other one anyway. Copy, scroll right down. Yeah, it's meant to be right here, yeah, just before the table is closed. So let's come in here, save that, and refresh our browser. There we go. Look at that, even the lines are there. Yeah. Alright, the other thing I've noticed is the blue line is not even with this. So let's go back to my Notepad++. Instead of 3, I'm just going to make that 2. Come back here and come back here as well, change that to 2. That should resolve the whole problem. Take a good look at it, refresh. There, that's fine. So I can officially say my interface is kind of like ready. Okay, one other thing is maybe I should change this text. Maybe I should change it to black and make it bold. Yeah. Let's see how that's gonna look like. So come right here, the container, get rid of that, get rid of the white, and let's look for bold. Okay, make that bold, and let's see how that's gonna look like. Copy that and just paste that bold function in there, save, come back here, refresh. Yeah, it looks, yeah, it looks cool. I'm gonna leave this for a while. I might change my mind, but for now let's just leave it there. Okay, now let's start work with the back end. In the case of the back end, is just for me to create a database. So I'm going to now come in here, open up a new browser, and in here I need my exam database. Come right in here, just click on that, PHP my admin. And right here guys, I'm going to select new. So let's give my new database a name. I'm going to call it, okay, let's just say register library, and click on create. There we go. Now I'm going to make the number of the table 21. We need to give our table a name, so let's just say library system. There, so lab system, that's fine. Click on go to create my lab system. There we go. So for the first row, I'm going to call that ID, and I'm going to set the value of that to integer, and that is good. Let's go for about 20, and let's come in here and just change it to, let's say auto, and yeah, primary key, so it's going to automatically increment, so that is fine. Now underneath I'm going to enter member type, and member type, the value for the member type, I'm going to make that, let's say voucher, and we can just make that about 50. That's cool. And that is that. Let's come in here. This will be my reference number. Ref number. Yeah, there. And data type for the reference number is going to be integer, and let's say about 20 as well. So I'm just going to speed that up. I believe you guys get the whole idea. Okay guys, I had to speed it up, and there they are. Those are the rows for the library information system: ID, member type, reference, title, first name, surname, and you can also see the data type and the value for each data type: date of birth, gender, address, email, telephone number, book ID, book title, author, date borrowed, date due, date on loan, last return fine, date overdue, selling price if it's missing. There, that is it guys. So all I just need to do now is to click on save. There we go, my database is created. All I need to do now is to be able to address this database using the front end. The database is my back end. So like I said earlier on, that is the name of the database itself, and that's the name of my table. Alright, so let's come in here now. Let's come into Notepad. Okay, let's use PHP to communicate with my database. So I'm going to start by entering PHP there. It's left to you. You can always, if you want, you can create a new page entirely, but I just don't want you guys to get confused. So I'm going to paste that right on top of my HTML page and so on. So right here I'm going to say the host equals, it's going to be localhost. There we go. And the next one is going to be database name. The database name, that is equals root. There. And what about the password? DB password, and that will be nothing. I don't want no password on it. Let's put a semicolon here and a semicolon here, and my database name, and that is the most important part of it. Let's come in here. I must not get that wrong. Database name, equals, I think I call it register. There, let's verify that name really. So let's come back in here, and that is going to be what? Register lab. Okay, come back in here. Yeah, I've got that right. So I'm going to now use PD, new PD. Just speed that up. There we go. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is first thing first, let me just add another PHP here. It's going to be right inside the body, and I really want to clear everything. So first thing first, let's say div and PHP here, and let's close that here as well. Right, and in between here, what I want to do is I'm going to clear all of the variables so that there won't be any error. Let's say message member type, okay, equals clear, and after that I'm going to clear the reference number. Let's say ref number, that should be an F, right, equals clear. And I then have the title, clear the title as well. Right, I have first name and surname. Okay, I'm going to speed that up. All I'm just doing in there is just clearing the tables, just clearing the rows. When you run the system, we don't want any error before entering the data. So let's do one for surname. There, let's just speed that up. Okay, right underneath here I'm going to use an if statement. Let's say if, okay, if is create, so and I want you to create as follows. So now here what I want you to create is the following: every single content in here. I'm going to copy that and just paste it right in there, so that will sort of like save time. Now what do we want this to create? I'm going to come in here, let's tab, and in here that's going to be is post right there, and that will be member type. Enter a quote in there as well, and just paste that in there. There, that's the first data created. So let's see, yeah, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other one. Can even copy and just modify it, paste that in there, and the next one is going to be reference number. There we go. Now we also have the title. Let's move this back a little bit. Yeah, so the next one is going to be for my, that will be for the first name, and just change that to first name. Right, I presume you guys get the whole idea, so I'm just going to speed that up. Okay, what I'm trying to achieve here is to make sure I'm able to attach all of my whatever data I enter on my registration form straight onto the database. Okay, and in here I said create, I want it to create as follows, so which means if I click on my button here, there, that we officially create the database. Alright, and I also have a registered ID. I might use that later on, but that is the button. Okay, that will make it all happen. So let's come down here. Now the next thing we want to do is to use SQL. So I'm going to say SQL. So my variable SQL, I would like you to insert all of the following there. And I've also called my table, that's the name of my table, if you guys can still recall. And right here, let me show you the name of the table. There we go, that is it. That's my table. I'm now calling that very table. Okay, and the database name, that's the database name that I've already called right up here. Alright, so let's go back down in here. So each of the columns on the table is now addressed, whatever value is a question mark. In total that will be 20. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we come right down here. So in here I'm going to say database entered equals as follows. So equals all of this. So all of the data is then executed. Okay, as you can see, those are the names of my columns there. Right, every single column is right there. In total is 20. So I want it executed. Now we use an if statement to validate whatever value we enter in there. So right underneath here, I'll say if the database entered this very one here, copy all of that, paste it there, and close that. Open up a bracket and close that as well. So now I'm just going to ask it to echo. That will just be, let's say, successful, or entry successful, entry successful. Okay, else I'm going to use, say, let's say entry else. Let's echo something out there. Okay, let's just say error saving the system, something like that. Data there, save that. So it's decision time now. Let's just look at each line of code first before running it. So come right down and say, okay, so I'm just gonna save, and let's go to my browser. Let's check that. Right, and the name of the system is, let's see, there. Let's see. Okay, we have an error. Line 8. What happened there? Let's go back in here. Line number 8. And there's, okay, right above line number 8, I'm missing a comma there. And we also need to add a form here. There we go. Okay, right up, just right above the library, I've added a form and the method of posting it. Okay, and the action. So it's all saved. So let's go back to my browser. Okay, back in here, let's refresh. There we go. And there, so let's enter some data in there, and let's see, let's say Miss Lucy. Lucy got some date of birth and female address of Miss Lucy and email of Lucy. Let's just change that to Lucy there. Okay, now telephone number, books, and there, that 27 and 10 here. Fine. Oh, none of those, none, and no. And in here I'm just going to enter some comment there. So let's click on sign up. There we go. Okay, we have another error. This is not recognized on the database, date overdue. So let's copy that. I'm now going to go straight inside my let's find that anyway. And alright, that's correct in here. Okay, let's go back to my database. When there, I believe. Okay, structure. Take it down. I have day overdue there. So let's change that to date overdue. Just paste that in there. Right, save that. I'm back to the structure. Date overdue or day overdue, whatever, but that's fine. Let's come back in here and make sure this is saved. Let's go back in here and refresh the whole system there. So let's try that again. So I'm going to enter some other data in there. There we go. Let's say it's a professor, and the name of this professor is Larry Moore. Date of birth, mail address of Larry Moore. There we go. And telephone number, books, title, yeah, 10. And here we have none, 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 and no. And here we have some comment in there. So let's try it out. Entering is successful. Look at that. That is it, guys. We finally got it right. So let's come straight to the database and check and make sure all of those information are on my database. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. Look at Larry's information. That is good, guys. Alright, so with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and you all have a nice day, and bye for now.